Boom, we're live. Yo, what's up, guys? I'm just off camera here, grabbing the rest of the gear, but give me a second here, I'll lay it all out for you. There she is. So, if anybody hasn't seen this thing before, this is the Iattack Wilderness Systems 110. It's actually a inflatable kayak, fully inflatable. Comes with a full-on seat and everything. But I actually recently got a bunch of shit from Iattack, so we're gonna be decking this thing out as much as we can for an inflatable anyway. The whole point of me buying an inflatable is I don't have a lot of space, so I wanted to make something that I could break down pretty easily. But I kind of went a little overboard on the stuff over there, so anyway, let's go through some of the stuff that I got. So the first thing was actually something for you guys, which was the Iattack boomstick. Don't worry, I didn't pay that. But this is a whole camera mount. Basically, I can boom out off the side of the kayak somewhere and make it so we can do our filming from a little bit more of a better distance so you guys aren't just looking at my ugly face all the time. Should have gone with a new port inflatable. Yeah, so I've looked at, when I was looking online for like inflatables, I don't know why, but, well, I do know why. I really fell in love with this one. because I was looking at a bunch of like large supboards and stuff like that. This is a two-part, so it's actually, this is the lower section, this is the upper section. So it comes with a seat. It's got 4 different like rod holder mounts, super lightweight, and it's super stable, which is super dope. So, and then it packs down into a stupid small bag. So, but I got that. I got this thing. Yo, what's up? Yeah, so I want to extend it, and they have these. So, and then these are the plates that I need to put on the actual kayak itself. They got to go somewhere near the front and then one near the back. But I may not actually put one on the back. I may just go get another one of these and put this on my box, because I might have the camera coming off the box. This kayak, Grayson, I think it retails for $1,500. Again, I didn't pay that. I got this one on a kind of a commission deal. So, but yeah, it's. I do a lot of research on stuff before I go and purchase it. I haven't had an issue with this thing yet. I really do like it, and it's got a bunch of different accessories that you can mount on it as well. And like the biggest thing for me was like it's super stable. I'm a bigger guy, so stability is like top tier for me. So that was the reason for this one. So, and then this was the biggest purchase, the Iattack kayak crate. Put all my gear in, whatnot, and then it's got all these perforated holes on it so I can mount whatever. I built this thing all off screen, but you got 2 rod holders with rod mounts on the, or rod like leashes on them. On this side, the other side's got another one, and then it's got like little mounts that you can hang stuff, hang it to the boat with. But that's gonna eventually end up right there, and then the seat obviously in front of it. I might actually go grab the seat so you guys can see what that looks like with the seat on it. Yeah, it's super dope, dude. Hold on a second. City life. But this is the seat that comes with it. It's got a spot for like all your tools and whatnot, and you can actually sit or stand on the back of this really comfortably, but then it flips up, and that's your normal seat. And then you got, again, more spot for holders and whatnot, easily adjustable. And let me show you how easily this thing goes in, dude. Like, come on. Look at that. Anyway, so we'll get into doing all of our attachments next. Said I definitely want a rod holder up there. I think that's going to be the first thing we do. So this plate is going to have to go in up there, and the screws that it came with 2 different ones, one for inflatables and then one for like hardened, like plastic, rotomotive plastic ones. Both of them didn't fit this kayak, so I had to go and purchase the correct ones. So But here we are. This should be fairly easy. Oh, my stool. I can't read chat very well, so I'll come in and check on you guys here in a minute. Okay, I'm back. Yo, David, what's going on, brother? Is that a car? No, pretty much though. Kayak, it kind of gets to the point. And I did have a wonderful you asked David Yoshi, but even still. Yo, Okeechobee, Florida. Right on, brother. This is my my new inflatable kayak, and I'm just putting all of my accessories on it. So, all right, let's go move up front. You guys can see. Yeah, so like I said, these screws for some reason were just slightly like too short, like the ones it came with. And then I tried using like the non-inflatable like version, and it was too long, so I had to go and like find something in between, and in stainless too, because I don't want to use nothing but stainless on this. Okay, so now I need the quick mount and the rod holder. The one piece about this I'm not a huge fan of is like this thing here. Yo, Ewas in the chat? What's going on, brother? Is that a tire? No, it's the kayak, brother. It's the kayak. But yeah, it's this thing here. So this is like the quick mount for the rod holder. But you kind of have to not so quickly mount it on here. I'm not a huge fan of. I might leave this here, but I might have to take it off like every time as well. See? So that's on there like that. So now when I want to go fishing, that just drops in, latches over, and now that's not going anywhere. And I can just kind of, I think if I push it in, I can rotate it and drop it. I think. Do I just have to lift? I guess I just have to lift. Oh yeah, it auto does it when I lift. That's cool. And then take it off, you just pull, I think, with the orange. Yeah, that's cool. That's one. I haven't decided where I'm gonna go with this one yet though. So I have another rod holder there, and I could put one mount here, or I could put one there. But it's behind the seat. It doesn't do me a whole lot of good. So I'm thinking if I put this somewhere here on the somehow, then I can use our camera here. Oh wait, someone said something here. You can tighten it even more if you pull the orange and black tabs in opposite. No shit. See, I knew I was the reason why I was going live stream with y'all. See. Wait, pull them in opposite directions? Feels like it's gonna snap if I do that. Oh. Oh shit, look at that. No shit. Who was that? Bobby, thank you so much, man. That is good to know, because yeah, that totally locks it into position just like that. Obviously it's not fully inflated, that's why you see all this moving. I just inflated it enough to put all the stuff on it, but I did not put it to pressure at all. That was sick. Thank you, dude. So I do have up front here, I've got like this little mount, and I thought originally this boomstick that I got this thing would somehow mount up front, but I just realized it is also like the quick connect thing, and it's like there's no option for me to make it go on that upper hole up there. So that's what I'm saying. I have another one of these plates, so I was thinking about throwing it on the crate, and then I somehow, like, you know, something like that, so that way I can get the camera angle and all that shit. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Any tips out there for you other kayaker guys? Because I am new to the kayaking world. Ew. And I just realized that these screws will not work on this, but I might be able to steal them out of that handle there, at least 2 of them from either side, and maybe get them to work on that plate. Did I see NIMBY? Oh, what's up, NIMBY? These boats, this is the Iattack 110. It retails for like 1,500. I didn't pay that, but that's what you can get them for. Pee bottle? Wait, what? Oh, word on. Okay. I might need to get a screwdriver then to get those out if we're gonna put this. Fuck. I might just take this whole handle off, because then I can mount that there. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. And then I've got to get these things on there and latch to the D-loop. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go grab some tools. I'll be right back. Now we got some tools. Okay. First things first, handle's coming off. Oof, those might be too short. Before I get taking this whole thing off. Ooh, you know what? That might just work. Hey, thanks, Spartan. Oh, well, I guess good looks, you know, go around twice. But I'm doing some work on my Iattack 110 here. Kind of new to the kayaking world, so, but I got some sweet upgrades. I'm trying to right now put on the Iattack like mounting thing, and the screws that came with it aren't working, so I'm gonna pull this piece off. Don't necessarily need it, and then I'm thinking mounting that in its place, so that way I can have a camera boom. I bought the boom stick. You can kind of see it hanging out right there, so that can come off this. I think that's the plan anyway. And I just was thinking, that thing really kind of only goes on one way. No, it doesn't, because you got the swivel mount thing, so we'll be all right. We'll be fine. It'll be great. I will check that out. Actually, let me screenshot that. Okay. I will definitely check that out. Maybe. Now, is this gonna line up? Well, no it won't. Fuck me, man. And it's just off, barely. I mean, I suppose I could drill. You'd think they'd make their own shit to fit their own shit. Maybe I just have the wrong mount for this particular thing that I'm trying to do. I bet you I have the wrong mount. Hey, G Spartan, thank you, brother. I'm a bigger dude, so that's why I got this thing. It's super stable. But I think, so this mount isn't lining up with this whole pattern. And so we have two options now. Now I can either say fuck it and just drill through, or I wait and see if I can find the correct mount and do it that way. Palsy way? What's going on, brother? Haven't seen you in a while. Modified drill hole. You know, I'm about to say fuck it, but let me look inside this thing. Are they like perforating away? It wouldn't even freaking work because yeah, it's like there's like a pattern in here, right? And the bitch part is the thing that we need is even offset on the pattern, so it would land somewhere in like the line piece. Washer nut, some silicone. Again, that's more parts than I have at the moment, so the whole thing is if it's gonna be quick and dirty, it's gotta be quick and dirty. I could just literally offshoot the whole freaking thing and just go straight through the squares. I mean, I don't give a shit. I don't know how strong that would be though. I don't know. How about we come back to that one? Okay. Now the other thing of this thing that's just not quite fitting how I want it to fit. These things, oops, let's go back over here. These things are meant to go off corners for what I'm assuming is kayaks that have strap mounts over here. Well, I don't. My closest one is right here. So it's gonna go like cockeyed and cantered to the side, no matter how hard I try. Oh, you know what, actually? It's got like a little thing here that we could use. But I don't have one on the other side. Fuck me. Day late and $1 short for everything, dude. God damn. Fucking bullshit. Yeah. I do, however, have enough bungee. I only have a little bit, but I have some. I have a feeling this is going to be hard as hell to try and tie off. I'm going to have to cut it before I do anything. I thought I could get away with not cutting it first. Come on, just do a loop knot. Because the piece that we need is so short, and the bungee I got is still fucking shit. What if I just did it one length? I did it one length and I just gave it a couple zip ties there. And then just looped this and zip tied it there. I think that would be the best looking, and I'd be able to get it pretty precise. Yeah. Hang on, I got zip ties. I'll be back. I'm on the struggle bus. Okay. I mean, this isn't my normal streams, so I figured people weren't gonna come hang out a whole lot, but I was like, you know what, I'm doing something somewhat fishing related. Might as well turn it on and see if people want to give me some tips and chat. Do one of those. I'm gonna do one in the opposite direction. And there about now. I wish I had a pair of pliers, but I don't. So we might see about severely hurting ourselves here. That's wild as shit, Nimby. How do I know that you're streaming these days? So this is a pretty odd one. My streams are normally Thursday and Fridays. Today I am just doing some fishing related chores, and so I figured I'd just turn it on. This is pretty rare one, so yeah, Thursdays and Fridays are my stream days, brother. I think I'll make all 4 of these before I like attach them on, because I'm gonna have to like pull them somewhat tight. Because you want them to be like, you know, latching. That's what we'll do. We'll make all these first. Freaking sucks I couldn't get the camera rod holder to work like I wanted to. Oh, what the fuck am I thinking? I don't need to mount it to the crate when I can just mount it here and the camera can go off to the side. What the hell, guys? There's a whole community with me right now building this shit, and nobody mentioned nothing. Not one of you thought about that maneuver yet. Oh, shit. Butterfly knife trips? What does that mean? Okay. There's one. And another zippy. One in the opposite direction. There's two. And we'll cut that off. Don't put your knife on your inflatable kayak. It's not a good move. There's number two. I'll probably cut that somewhere near the same amount. Just like so. On to number three. Yeah, I know, I'm just messing around, brother. Do you have, I'm assuming that's the one you have, huh? Dude, your cat flushes your own toilet? That's crazy. I mean, did he use it? That should have been my first question. I wouldn't be mad if he used it, I guess. Definitely would freak me out, though. I've had like my fishing stuff in my spare room closet like fall over once, and like in the middle of the night. It scared the shit out of me. I thought someone was breaking through the window. But definitely hard to go to sleep after something like that. Oh, I need to update our Nightbot too, I just realized. Okay. Knife. Got the zippies. Match it. Rinse, repeat. Yeah, I think we will mount that other plate right here, now that I've unbolted everything to do so. God damn it. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing some fishing off of this thing. And yeah. So that's why I was like trying to get all this stuff done to it today. Trying to get it all finished up. There's one part on it. Hold on. It's not on it. That thing comes in handy. I got like another camera mount that I can put on that thing, and it like latches onto it. Yo, what's up, fishing with RJ? Charlie in the chat. What's going on, brother? We're doing some kayak upgrades here to the inflatable. At this point, we're not even looking like an inflatable. We look like a thoroughbred kayak at this point, but. Right now I'm finishing up making the little mount pieces so that way when I flop over, my crate at least stays somewhat attached to the boat. Yeah, right? It doesn't look like it by looking at it, but the whole thing fits into... Here, let me go grab the bag so you guys can see what it actually fits into. It's crazy. That's the size of the bag that it fits into. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, it's pretty sweet, man. Like I said, I did my research before I kind of went and purchased it. Oh, crap. Now I got all... Oh, no, it's right there in front of me. But there's some pieces that don't quite fit right. You know, I feel like that kind of goes with everything you do, though. Hopefully, everybody had a good and safe 4th out there. Yeah, right? I've already like had to go to the hardware store and get some different bolts and shit like that. But I was out here doing this stuff and I was like, well, this is somewhat fishing related, so I might as well throw on the live stream if people want to hang out. Maybe meet some new people, that kind of stuff. Charlie, I don't know if you were there or not, man, but we finally hit the 1K, dude. It was Friday on the 4th? No, the 3rd. Yeah, dude. So, and then I've got, we're gonna be doing like some member only, because I have now like members added in. You can probably see it somewhere up in here. But we're gonna do some member only streams, and once YouTube gives me the payout for it, and I have enough, basically everything that I'm getting from YouTube, which I haven't gotten anything yet, but everything that I'm getting YouTube is going right back into shipping and that kind of stuff, so I can send out some of the jigs and all the other shit. So dude, I know you, Charlie, you've been here for a hot minute, brother. It's been crazy, dude. Between like the live streams, the videos, the shorts, that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm not cooking as fast as other channels because I very much want to keep a rhythm of like live streaming on Thursdays and Fridays. Today's one of those rare ones. If I'm like out doing something fishing related, I might like throw on the live stream if I feel like it. But yeah, I'm just trying to keep that pattern, that momentum, brother. That's it. I think if I go right there like that, latches it somewhat tightly, or do I go a little bit tighter? Probably. Thing is, once I put this freaking thing on here, it ain't coming off. So I gotta make sure I do it right. I think it's squared, relatively anyway. Hold on, I can't read, that's too far. Yeah, like I said, Thursdays and Fridays, I just try to keep that pattern, right? But my wife was saying that too. It was like, you do really well on the live streams and whatnot. I'm like, yeah. Don't get me wrong, I love doing the live streams and like chatting with you guys, but like, I genuinely love making videos. So that's where my passion for this stuff really lies. And like anytime I've done like a fishing live stream, it like, I don't know, really hasn't been like, oof, gotta be careful. It really hasn't like been very protective for me. Yo, Oregon, what's going on, brother? Just doing some upgrades to the Yak, bro. But like you and Charlie, like you and Oregon, been like staples since the beginning. So is he trying to put a hole in that thing? Freaking almost with the knife. You know, I don't have the right tools, so this is where my redneck ingenuity comes out. Sometimes it can bite you in the butt. Actually, which one is it? Now you can't hardly see it anymore. Like that little line right there is an old scar of where I was using a knife similar to this one to cut a cable off the front of my boat. My hand was way down here and the cable finally let go. And I just went like that right into my knuckle. Dude, it was rough. But you know what's funny as hell? Is I went to my truck. I definitely needed stitches. I didn't ever get stitches for it because I could see like my bone and shit. But I just grabbed like some Band-Aids and tried to piece it together and then wrap the shit out of it. And then I grabbed one of my fishing rods and Mike was with me and I was like, I still got index finger and thumb finger. We can do this. And we went out and we fished and I reeled in a big old bass. My hand's all fucked up. So my picture, my hand's like kind of tucked away. So wife wasn't too happy with that one. He's got some good stretch to him, so I'm like worried I'm gonna tighten him too much. I don't think I can. That's too small of a bungee. Bungee? Zip tie. Oh, more fireworks going off. Oofta. Damn, dude. Like are your nails all gone or something? I don't think I've ever noticed that before. We'll leave that a little bit. Ain't gonna hurt nobody. I did the same thing with a machete on my thumb. Ooh! Jesus Christ, bro. That sounds rough, though. All right, I need to flip over. Oh, I need to flip over to the other side. Oofta. Definitely got it tight in there, which is good. That thing's gonna be sick, dude. You guys want like the... You guys like the wide view, or do you guys want like the close-up view? I can't, you tell me. Can give you like the overhead somewhat. Close up, it's better for me. Right on, okay. Come on down here. I may have to like inflate this thing to some bit of pressure though, to see how these bungees react. Although, I'm not too, like I said, I'm not too terribly worried about it. No bungee. Zip tie, I mean. Dose zip tie. I mean, it feels somewhat loose now, but I think it will react a little bit different once it's, like I said, fully inflated. Like you can tell, like this thing's like squishy. It does not get squishy when you're, like I have it to pressure. There it is. Comes off, hangs out where it needs to hang out, latches in, holds that some gun in there. Uno mas. The kayak was like, to me, I paid $500 for it, but like normal consumer grade purchasing price is like I think it's like $1,500. My dad owns a sporting goods store, so as long as I pay cost, it doesn't matter, but he used to anyway. Now he does not. He is closing up shop. He is retiring, so I'm happy for him. But he had a total of 6 stores and a large warehouse in Portland, Oregon. And if you've ever watched the show Jackass, actually a lot of the stuff from the original like show came from like the kayaks that they did down like the streets and shit like that. Actually came from my dad's shop. They actually came and bought it from him. And actually recently, I did that backwards, so I'm gonna cut that off. What's his name? Danger Aaron stopped by my dad's shop and chatted with him, and is buying off some of his like snowboards that were like his old like collector's edition ones, because he's gonna start to open a snowboard museum, and my dad had like a bunch of like ones you can't get anymore. But my dad like FaceTimed me, and sure enough, like Danger Aaron was right there. He was like FaceTiming, and I was like, holy shit. Yeah, old school jackass, not new school jackass. But Danger Aaron was the one that they did like the bear attack one, and the new one. If you watch that at all. All right, so that's now latched in there. So now this can come out, and all we have is these 4 mounts. I just kind of chill out. It's super rad. Might hit a lighter to those bungees later. Cool thing about this one too, I can fold this down, and in some of my videos you've actually seen me like sitting up on top of this thing. And then you can even stand on this and cast off this really comfortably without feeling like you're gonna fall. So you just want that extra little bit of height. Super rad. Okay. Oh, that was my knee grinding. Oof-da. Going back to the crate, I gotta put the handle back on it that we took off. I'm curious, do you guys like, since it seems to be like a low person stream, do you guys see at all the photos of the live stream when I post them, or does it just show you like, hey, K-Fish is going live? Because I like straight up edit if not all of my my photos before I like post them. Did you get your monetization approved yet? I think I did. Yeah, I did that. So they what was it? That that kid that keeps hitting me up. What the hell is his name? Pacific Northwest Fishing Adventures or something like that. Anyway, he was like, in that live stream, he was like, hey, how did you get the memberships and all that already? I think what happened was because I don't know, I watch it pretty frequently, but I think what happened was I man, I hope I didn't make that too short. I may have to redo that one. But what I think has happened is I hit my yeah, I know. Well, also too, like, this is not my normal stream, right? Like, this is just me streaming because I was doing something fishing related and I thought I'd just throw it on. But obviously I don't have all my, I didn't put like my normal routine of before I go live shit on it. This is just kind of an impromptu, and I've noticed that the impromptu ones don't necessarily do as well, but doesn't matter. I figured some people come in here and I can join, and maybe there's some new people in here, maybe not, whatever. And I figured something like this might interest somebody, so there it is. So now I've got to mount the last plate, wherever the hell I did with that thing. Where'd I go with the plate? There it is. Yo, Dylan, what's going on, brother? Hey, thank you, man. It's the Iattack 110, and I'm finishing putting up, not finishing, I still got some pieces to go, but I'm putting up a bunch of Iattack pieces on it. We just finished putting the crate, and now I'm putting one more rod holder here, so that way I can put my new camera mount up there on it as well. Is that gonna go? Hello? Yeah, I do, man. I said though, like, Charlie, honestly, dude, I'm just doing it for the fun of it, and I am like super stoked that it's getting attention, but even if I had a slower rate, I'd still be doing the same thing. I do, however, I want to put as much effort into my streams and my videos as I can. Like, at the bare minimum, you see, like, I've put, like, the photo, like I was talking about, I made a photo, edited a photo before I even started doing all this shit. I put that on this live stream. I've noticed some guys just do it without uploading anything kind of photo, and they just have their logo there. That doesn't seem to work well for me. Or descriptions, or it just says, you know, such and such is live without a title. I don't know, man. Like, little things, right? I'm putting the effort into, because I like doing it, and I hope the effort goes, you know, isn't going unnoticed. But anyway, okay, we got that on. Let's see if we can get this freaking camera mount on. It's gonna be sweet. Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. I ain't sweating the numbers at all. It's cool that we are, but like, I don't know about you guys. You got me on my soapbox here, but I don't know about you guys, but like, I'll be watching someone stream and then I'll flip down and then I'll see some people doing some crazy fucking shit on YouTube Live, like full on crashing out with their shirt off for, you know, 500 people are watching it and just saying some obscene shit, and they're just doing it for money, and I'm just not here for money. It was more mental for me. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, I feel like I was the only one noticing that shit. It's crazy. Okay. Bro. And then we can, like, do some shit like that. Hold on. Look at that shit, dude. There's our mount. Obviously, when it's fully inflated, it's going to be a little bit more. It's not going to be as bouncy around, but you can see it's kind of like folding over right there. But look at that shit. Now we got camera mount. We got the crate in. We got rod holder. I'm really hoping I did a good job on these bungees. But I'm back. Oh yeah, no, it's crazy, Charlie. Yeah, I mean, like you've seen me, like some of my videos, I chop them up a lot. Try and keep like the momentum going, so that way, like, you know, the video stays entertaining. I don't even like you, Oregon, like you'll do full casts and let it drift, and you're still getting crazy amounts of views. I still can't get that, and I'll even like, if like I'm watching how like people watch them, and my time and all that stuff, and the only reason when I make catches, so I cut down my casts to just like you see my hand throw, and that's it. Landon, nice job, brother. 5-pound bass, goddamn. But anyway, cool part now. Camera boomstick here, and for some reason I need like another rod holder. Oh shit. No, that's right. Are you fucking kidding me? They made 2 pieces uninterchangeable. Oh no, they didn't. I'm just retarded. There we go. In. Done. Camera boom. In. Done. Oh yeah, dude. This flips down, you can sit up here. I'm gonna need a couple more of those mounts though, for sure. Yeah, that's a huge bass, bro. Good job, dude. Now the whole thing about like making this be like completely break down is not gonna be as easy. Yeah, for sure. I did the experience, you know, hearing the birds in the water. Yeah, see, I think honestly that's I'm not trying to say that, don't take this the wrong way, but like that's your shit, right? Like that's what makes Oregon videos, right? I'm still trying to figure that shit out, so. On a worm? Oh, that's not crazy at all, bro. They love them things. Oh wait, are you talking like a night crawler? Because that is crazy if it's a night crawler. I'm gonna put my anchor in this fucking crate so I don't forget it ever again. Yeah, exactly. We all have different style, and that's why I love about videography and photography stuff, and doing collabs with people and getting two pearly different. I know, dude. It'd be sick to come down to Oregon and do a steelhead and fishing trip with you. Honestly, might try and make that happen with you. That's a nightmare to get out every freaking time. And this other thing too, like yours is like, hey, what's up, man? G? How high is the seat? You can sit, there's 2 levels to the seat. You can either sit in like the lower section of it, or you can flip this down and you can sit up here, which is super rad. But yes, I did finally get it figured out, and I got the crate figured out. I'm actually in the process of breaking it all down right now. I'm hoping I can leave these attached. I'm really hoping. It'll fit in the bag again. Okay, I need to bring this over so I can deflate it. Now I'm just deflating it. That thing had made this thing so much better. That might be actually like a winter steelhead one, Oregon. I'd be down. Yo, that man. What's up, PC? I fish 12 to 12 hours a week using from Native Brook and... Oh, dude. Hell yeah, man. I'm in Washington State, so mostly fish for salmon and bass, trout, whatever. A deflator. So that one's got 2 different options. It does inflating and deflating. And I deflate it because it makes it much easier to fit in the freaking bag. And it inflates it. It's got a setting on there to like the exact PSI, which is super helpful. I used to use the hand pump, like in my first few videos that you watched. God almighty. I'd be so tired before I even started fishing. I don't think these things are gonna get in the way. Trout fishing regular good here. Well, shit, right on, brother. Maine would be a dope place to go, too. Shit, all right, Oregon. He's cooching me up, brother. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Like, you see how I react with bass. I don't give a shit how I look on the river if I catch a steelhead. I might embarrass you, Oregon, I'm not gonna lie. That's how I am with like any fish, though. I get a good trout, a good bass, a good salmon. Like, genuine excitement every time, all the time. Big moose, deer, national beauty. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, Pacific Northwest has got its own beauties, but like, I don't know. A lot of people are moving here now. Okay. Now you guys get to see the part of the video that I usually cut out because I look ridiculous trying to fold this thing up. Hell yeah, congrats, Kato, man. Okay, let's fold this thing up. My biggest complaint with companies is when they make a bag for a product that they're selling you, and that bag is like exactly the size of the product. That shit drives me insane. That thing, though, is not the case, and I'm so happy about that. I was super, like, worried. Even if I fuck it up a little bit, it's nice and easy to get it in there. cool though. I'll just have to keep it with my other stuff, but definitely cool. Alright, y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I think we're done here today, but tomorrow, keep your phones on you, because I might actually do a live stream out on the river, or on the lake. I think I'll be going for crappie. I think we're gonna try and go get that. It's warmed up enough. I think we can go back and hit some of those guys now. So we'll see. Later, guys.